What's going on, everybody? Um, Today's day 64. Today I was baptized. I wish I could sound more excited about that right now. More excited, but of course I messed up again by staying up too late. You probably were expecting me to say I messed up with watching porn. About how many times I've said that, but no, it's just I've got to get a better habit of going to sleep earlier. And take my sleep schedule way more serious. I really haven't been thinking about it as much. It just came to mind, but I really need to because of school coming back around too is very important. Because I know how I used to be when I was in school when I didn't get enough sleep. So, yeah, it's a thing I need to take more serious instead of playing the game or wasting time eating the whole time. When I'm not even hungry anymore, sometimes I still keep eating, to be honest, for some reason. I think it's a way of coping with certain things. But I do believe eventually I will be able to stop doing it and get everything back in order. When I was at Arise and the cabin, um, everything was different because there was a almost said tour guide. It was this guy, one of the, he's not a youth leader, but he's similar to that to me at least. Um, he was kind of our chaperone. So as you can imagine, when we got to the house, a lot of times he would make sure our phones were up so that we wouldn't be distracted, and also make sure our phones were not on us when we would go to Arise to hear preaching and stuff, so we wouldn't be distracted there. Um, and that's basically the type of stuff he was doing. He felt like a parent to us. And at first I thought weird about that, but it was pretty different experience. And that might sound crazy to some people, but of course, my mom sometimes has been like that. But with it being a guy, my dad wasn't in my life a lot. Still not. Sometimes he comes back around on some stuff to try and be cool with me, but I'm a forgiving type of person, but he still kind of flip flops, so I just stay away from him. I try and I just have the feeling of like if he does try and talk to me again, I most likely just brush him off and tell him how I feel really. I've never done that before. I've never told him how I feel really and spoke my mind. I don't think anybody's done that, any of his kids. And that's why he believes, I feel like that's why he thinks he can just easily keep doing that. But this video isn't about my dad, but shouldn't be, and I'm not gonna make it about him. But yeah, so Dustin, that's the guy's name, who is our chaperone slash parent. He was making sure our phones were put up. He made sure we brush your teeth yet, so you can lay down, this and that type stuff like that. And there was it was just different because I basically felt like I didn't have a choice to hurry up and put my, well, actually my phone was put in an entirely different room. My phone was put up with him in his room. So of course I'm not a phone addict to the point where I would try and come and get my phone. Even, I guess you probably might be wondering, since I have a porn addiction, the addiction with porn, like the way it works for me at least, I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but if somebody has this addiction and when you have an urge so bad you have to like go and get your phone and try and like sneak it or something. I don't know if you're on that level, but I'm not on that level, and if you are, I feel like that's entirely okay. Everybody has different levels with stuff like this, I feel like, but for me it's not like that. So as you can imagine, I was still getting urges while I was there. But me not being able to touch my phone at all, either phone, um, was really crazy feeling because there's nothing I can really, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. So it was basically just is what it is, and I just had to sit there with the feeling of a urge and just basically have to watch. It's like if I was here and had urge right now, I have to. It's basically like just having the phone there and just sitting, and just thinking about the urge while it's there. Like that was a crazy feeling, and like I said, it was. I had no choice at the time, which was eventually a good feeling, because like it was no way for me to get to it or anything. And with sleeping in general, like going to sleep, that was also felt more important, or yeah, important. I guess I'll say important, because when I'm at home, it's so easy for me to just like go to sleep late, because for one, it's on my own terms. When I was there, it was on somebody else's terms, and they wanted me to go to sleep at this time and do this at that time. So for me to be at home, even if I have work in the morning, I could still make the decision to stay up late if I want to, because nobody in my ear trying to tell me to do otherwise. So I just feel like it's important to like see what is important instead of trying to do things that are fun and that feel better, instead of doing what you really need to do, which for me is going to sleep usually. A lot of people don't think it's that serious, but I feel like it is, especially the way, or at least depending on the person. But for me, the way it affects me is definitely important. But like I said, I feel like I never said that actually, but I do feel like I started to feel like I need to like focus on one thing at once, like one step at a time type stuff like that. Um and instead of piling so much stuff up, like one of the things is actually making the videos. It's one of the things that feel like a lot. Reading the Bible, it feels like a lot sometimes. Well, every time actually. And it's just a lot of stuff I try and do daily and try and fit into every day. Not even like this day and that day. It's it's things that I try and make routine, but not just one thing. Like 5 things that I try and make routine. And I wanted to pick one thing before, but it's also so hard to pick one thing, because I don't know which stuff is like so big that it needs to be one thing, and was small that so that it can actually fit into 2 things, if that makes sense. Like me working out and making videos, I don't know if those 2 things could be done at the same time, or if I should just focus on one of them. But of course, with the videos, I feel like if I had to choose one thing to do and focus on, would be the videos, because it just feels like something that can't just sit and be sat on for so long for some reason. I don't know. It feels like that. I feel like with working out and making the videos shouldn't be a lot really. It's not as much as I make it, I feel like sometimes, but it just feels more like frustrating when I also have other stuff added onto it. So I just need this. I feel like when I spare my time more, like by doing the stuff that I do late instead of doing it at earlier times, it'd be way better. Like maybe if I made these videos at like, maybe I should set a time like for these videos. Like maybe after work I get off at 2 o'clock. That's basically like 2:30 or something. Maybe I should set a time for like 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock or something, or maybe as soon as I get here. Like I didn't even think about that before, but I I don't know. It's actually crazy. I just came up with that right as I was making this, because usually I always come up with something after and not be able to say it. But I'm actually gonna start doing something like that probably. No, I'm gonna start doing something like that. Then when school comes back around, after school, I'll probably make a video, and do it like that. Um, yeah, that sounds pretty good. But not really much to talk about. I mean, other than me being baptized and being on stage singing at church today. like I said before, I wish I could sound more excited about it. I am excited about it, of course, but it's just late because I waited too late to make this video. So I already feel tired, and I know how it feels to wake up tired. So I'm gonna say deuces and see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed watching any of these videos, continue to click on these videos when you see another one. But thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.